My name is Mamie Harris, and I am the Executive Director of an organization called CHARIS. It is a faith-based organization here in the city of Cincinnati, the only minority-owned agency that also does HIV testing, HIV counseling, and referral services. It has been a pleasure for us to work in the community because when we look at the face of HIV, it has greatly changed. It is no longer considered just a gay white male disease. But now our community is impacted by HIV/AIDS. The unfortunate thing is it's very quiet in our communities. We don't hear a lot of talk about it. But we are 12% of the nation, and we are 48% of the new HIV numbers. The focus for CDC, the Center for Disease Control now, is to try to bring into perspective and put an end to HIV because of the President Barack Obama's new AIDS policy that he's trying to initiate. The other thing that we're doing is the CDC has increased testing initiatives. They're asking doctors to do testing also in their offices. One of the things that we found is beneficial for doing education and testing is because of the fact that there is such a correlation between alcohol, drugs, and the transmission of sexually transmitted diseases as well as HIV. And so the need, since there is an increase of drug intake in our communities also, there is a need for us to also educate to prevent the transmission of HIV virus. There are a lot of social determinants that cause this problem, but one of the main things that we are seeing is the increase in drug use. Drug use causes inhibition in behavior, and so people are more apt to have unprotected sex and put themselves at risk. Heroin also in Hamilton County is on the rise. So you have an increased use of people sharing needles. We test people who have actually picked needles up out of the alley and reused them for heroin with no thought. So these kind of behaviors are the things that we have to look at to begin to fight this virus. Hamilton County has an increase in sexually transmitted diseases like syphilis, and when you see a rise in sexually transmitted diseases, especially like syphilis, you also have to begin to be concerned about seeing a rise in the HIV numbers.
My name is Chandra Matthew Smith, and I am a volunteer with CHARIS, which is the only minority-owned faith-based HIV/AIDS testing, counseling, and referral service in the greater Cincinnati area. I am just elated as a volunteer and as a volunteer board member to be in partnership with the N.A.A.C.P. It speaks volumes to the work that is needed in our community. I'm also the president of the Queen City chapter of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and one of our national thrusts is HIV and AIDS. I've been working as a volunteer with CHARIS for approximately 10 years, and a major part of what we've done in our community is really wanting to get a finger on the pulse of the needs of the young people that are impacted or affected by HIV and AIDS. And so we've been going throughout the greater Cincinnati area conducting surveys with young people average age 17 to 35. And what we found is about 80% of them lack the basic knowledge of HIV and AIDS. And so the work that is being done by CHARIS is just greatly needed. We have to be a part of the solution. We want to be a part of a committed partnership with the N.A.A.C.P. And it has just been exciting to receive $10,000 from the N.A.A.C.P. in 2013 alone. We've also received monies from N.A.A.C.P. in previous years. And so CHARIS has been able to do a great deal of outreach in our community as a result of that partnership. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees and all the volunteers, we are grateful for the N.A.A.C.P. in Cincinnati. Thank you.